their dreams are not refined. They are not for instructions. Hi everyone, this is Dr. and Mrs. Grace. Welcome to my channel. Today we have a very juicy topic coming on today. The juicy topic it has done a lot of harm to a lot of people. We want to talk about eating in the dreams. Your dream. Dreams are good things. Dreams are meant for people of God. God communicates through dreams. Even before the Son of God was born, so many dreams came by, instructions on what to do after the child was born. So if dreams can be used to communicate things that has to do with Jesus when Jesus was born, how important can dreams be? It means God takes dreams seriously. Dreams. There are people they have dreams, they just get up and they go. You know, the funny thing is that dreams, they are for everybody. God talks to almost everybody through dreams. If you look at the Bible during the olden days, God would talk to kings, even Pharaoh and all that didn't even have the fear of God in them. So God talks to everybody. Every unbeliever, whoever, they have dreams. And the only difference is that when believers have dreams, it can be serious. If believer have, like, let's say 100% dream, maybe 80% might be just God talking to you. But unbelievers, not really. Their dreams are not refined. They are not for instructions. But they still do get dreams. Some of them get once in a lifetime dream, and that dream comes to pass. So that cannot be overemphasized. So anyways, but another question I'm going to ask you: have you been gaining weight? Could this be the source of your problem? Could it be that the food you eat in your dreams are contributing to this fact? Why don't you watch this video, stay tuned, and listen to what I have to say about this. The three persons in one. Yeah, the three persons in one. Yeah, the three persons in one. The Spirit and the bride. You are three persons in one. You are three persons in one. You are the three persons in one. Oh, the Spirit and the bride. Welcome back. So, we're talking about dreams, eating in our dreams, eating, drinking in your dream. Everybody can testify to this fact that a lot of people, almost everyone on this earth, has experienced it in one way or the other at some point in their life. So, but does it mean that food is evil? You know what? The devil will always want to go to where, good things are. Whatever God cherishes, that is where he wants to go. Because he wants to spite God, because he wants God to get angry, because he wants God to regret that he created man. So he will always go to the beautiful things. When things are going so well for you in your family, think about this. When they are going very well, when everybody is happy, if you are not on your guards, things will start going wrong, because the devil does not have happiness. He does not know how to be happy. He cannot. It's impossible. So he doesn't have anything. When God chased him out of heaven, he didn't come down with anything. We're not saying that he doesn't have powers. He has powers, but those powers, they were all stolen. He manipulates the kingdom principles and get human beings to do all kinds of things. So that is why John 10:10 says he came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. These are the three things that the enemy does to human beings. So food is good. I will read it because I believe food is good. You won't say that food is not good. The Bible even says it, that food is good. God has given us everything to enjoy according to the Bible. I want us to look at 1 Timothy. I will try not to be doing a lot of reading of the scriptures, but I want the scriptures to be foundation to this channel. It's a foundation we're trying to lay here for so many other topics to come on board. I'm sorry if you're not enjoying this part of this videos, Christian kingdom stuff, but that's the foundation for holistic care. We lay the foundation, then we can start building on it. So today we're talking about food, weight gain, eating your dreams. We're going to talk about medical aspects also. There are other medical things that could be going wrong. So when we list everything, use your head to calculate to see what and what applies to you, or if they don't apply to you, then it means that your problem is spiritual. That is why we're here today. So 1 Timothy 4 verse 3, it says, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from food which God created to receive with thanksgiving by those who believe and know the truth. For every creature of God is good, and nothing is to be refused. It is received with thanksgiving, for it is sanctified by the word of God and prayer. Talking about food. Now, if you also go to 1 Corinthians 10 from verse 28, St. Paul was writing about things offered to idols. Of course, it's food, it's drink. When you go to your village, and you see people that still do native things, traditional healers and all that, you will notice that they will always ask you to bring offering. You bring your whatever you need to bring, but they do offer food and drinks to these idols. So that is why St. Paul now says in 1 Corinthians 10:28, and if anyone says to you, this was offered to idols, do not eat it for the sake of, this was offered to idols, do not eat it for the sake of the one who told you, and for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's, and its fullness thereof. Conscience, I say, not your own, but that of the order, for why is my liberty judged by another man's conscience? But if I partake with thanks, why am I still spoken of for the food over which I give thanks? He's saying that, when people, they say, oh, how they say don't eat all those things they offer to idols. When you eat them, you're going to get sick, things like that. And truly, people have eaten them and they've gotten sick. But St. Paul says pretty much, as far as I pray over this food, as far as I receive this food with thanksgiving, there's nothing will happen to me. He that is in me is greater than he that is in this thing. But food is thanksgiving, is to be received with thanksgiving. Food is from God for us to enjoy. Okay? So we want to establish this fact. The simple say he won't eat food offered to idols because of other people. Their faith. It depends on the faith level where you are spiritually. When people see people doing certain things, because of you, they might backslide, things like that. So St. Paul says he's not doing some of these things because of other people, not because he's going to do anything to you. That as long as you receive food with thanksgiving, you do what? You're free. Okay, I want to establish something. What we're saying, if you stay tuned, listen to this whole video, is going to help you come out of this eating in the dreams. There are facts I will give here. The truth will do what will set you free. There are things you've been praying, because I had this before. I prayed and fasted. I wasn't delivered until eventually I came to the knowledge of this truth. And I stopped. I don't eat in my dreams. When I do, they are from, like, I might be just sitting down and I see a man of God comes and we eat together. That's a good food. People now eating that you can eat in your dreams and is good. Some people can eat in their dreams, the good one. And God might heal you through maybe some fruits that you ate in your dreams, and a lot of things happen through fruit, through food in your dreams that is appropriate. But you have to be delivered first before you start eating the appropriate ones. Okay, so I want us to really know that there are things that we do. We're talking about food. We know that when we eat food more than we should, of course, we are going to gain weight. What had happened to me was, at some point I just woke up one day, some years back. I used to be a very skinny person. Even after 5 kids, as at a year ago, I was still a very skinny person. And normally I eat twice a day, max 3 times, but I do a lot of portion sizes. I don't eat snacks in between. I'm not a snack person. And then I stayed home because then I lost my job. And I woke up the next day, going from eating twice a day to 3 times a day. I started eating 8 times a day the next day. 8 times. I'm not exaggerating. What I'm saying is real. I started eating 8 times a day. Just like that. Didn't go slowly. That was when I turned 40. Didn't go slowly. It has nothing to do with metabolism. When you go down metabolism wise, I'm in medical field, it doesn't just happen. It's a slow process. We'll talk about that. If it's related to your metabolism, they said every decade you add 5% of weight. You gain 5% of weight gain every decade, so every 10 years. Now, let's say you turn 40, max, you can add 10 to 15 pounds, normal. You can get up to that. But not getting up to 40 pounds, 50 pounds in 1 month, 2 months, something is wrong somewhere. So that was what happened to me. I just started, because I can associate my weight then to eating. I was eating 8 times from one day that I woke up, and that was it. I couldn't control myself. I would want to go to bed. I'm trying to sleep. Nope. Sleep? No way. I am hungry. I'm in bed, I'm going like this. As in I can't control myself. I couldn't. When I saw food, my whole body would shake. This is somebody before now. I wished it wasn't a good thing, but that was how I used to feel. I wished I didn't have to eat. If there's another way of getting energy to move around and not eat, I'd rather not eat. No food excites me. I eat because I used to eat because I have to eat. That wasn't a good place to be. But it's just to show you that I didn't used to like food. And then going from not liking food to not controlling myself over food, something is wrong. And it happened overnight. It's gotten a lot better, but if you stay tuned, I'll tell you what I did also. So if that's your case, a lot of people's weight gain is associated with how much they eat. There are other things. Now, people that eat highly processed foods, frozen foods, are more likely to gain weight than people that cook their food from the scratch. Too much sugar, candy, cake, soda, ice cream, sweetened coffee, drinks, all these things not only will add weight, but you can develop type 2 diabetes and also heart disease. A lot of sugar is not good for the heart. Now, people that live sedentary life, they are not very active. If this is common in Nigeria, madam, you sit one place, who is there? This girl, yeah, get me this. They go and get. Who is in the kitchen? Get me malt. They get. Is the lunch not ready? Pounded yam and insala soup they'll bring. Especially people at Omugo. People that had children. They are doing Omugo for them. Their mom will come. If I tell you that my story. My mom came when I had my fourth baby. And when I had the baby, my mom prepared all this salad and all this, Omugo thing now. And now woke me up. Come and eat. I laughed. I came and saw the food. I'm like, Mom, thank you. I love you. I thank you. Thank you. This meal looked delicious. It's sumptuous, But Mom, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't eat these things when I have babies. This is the fourth one, and this is how I do it. I eat my regular food. So what I did, I took the soup, I licked the soup so my mom don't feel bad, but the pounded yam and the rest of them I never touched. She never cooked it again. It helps the person that came to help you to relax. It helps you not to gain all this unnecessary, weight gain. They said if you don't eat it, your body will be open, you'll be shivering, you'll be doing all kinds. See, I have babies. After 1 week, I go back to exercise. I run throughout my pregnancy. I run miles, 5 miles throughout. From once I get pregnant, 3 months, I let the baby sit well. After 3 months, I go back to my activity. I run. That's me. That's where I came from. So anyway, sedentary life will not help you. If you park, if you have to go to work, park farther away from where you are going. It helps you to go, walk miles before you enter your workplace. Go up and down the stairs. If possible, go down, go get what you need. Don't keep calling kids. I do that, but that's not good. Don't call your kids to bring things to you. Go down the stairs, go do things yourself to avoid this. Another thing is they call it yo-yo dieting. Yo-yo dieting is when people get on a strict diet, they do all this strict dieting thing, and eventually they do it maybe for 6 months, and after 6 months they get tired, they go back to their normal way of life. All that's doing weight gain, like the weight that you lost, you're going to gain double it, because it's not sustainable. These days, when you want to lose weight, you want to get on a diet, it has to be something reasonable, sustainable, that it becomes a way of life. Just like exercise, like me, going to the gym doesn't help me, so I run. I like nature, I look around, I enjoy outside, and that's what I do. My that's what I like to do, and that's what I've done all my life. Okay. Now, sleep, not getting enough sleep. If you get like less than 6 hours sleep and your BMI, you have a high BMI, they said adults should at least get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Teenagers, their own is going to like 10 hours and things like that. If you're not getting enough sleep, you can also be adding weight for not getting enough sleep, because your body is stressed. There's a stress hormone called cortisol, and this can cause increase in hunger and desiring to eat calories. So stress level is another thing. Undiagnosed things like medical diagnosis, we have the depression. Depression is number one, because when you are depressed, all you want to do is eat, because you kind of develop happiness towards what? Towards the food. So the foods make you what? Happy. So depression, a lot of things. If you watch since COVID, depression, anxiety, if you live in the United States, they said it has tripled. A lot of people are now with depression more than before. A lot of people lost their houses, their jobs, all kinds of things. I have experienced depression before, so when I talk about this, it's a serious matter. It is deadly. It's not something that you wish for your enemy to have. When my dad died, I had a brief episode of depression. So this depression I'm talking about, I called many men of God. They told me is spiritual. Of course, some depression are spiritual, but not all of them. We have what we call medical depression. We do have that. Your body is the way your body reacts has to do with some receptors. When you are happy, happiness releases a hormone, happy hormone. You have happy hormones. It releases the hormone that helps you rejuvenate. Now, when you are depressed, the hormone that should be released for being happy is depleted. So it's your body that does things to your body. That's clinical depression. So I had an episode of depression. There's no prayer. I didn't pray. I did all kinds of prayer. I spoke to men of God, all kinds of things. I didn't even know what was wrong with me until I saw somebody, and not that I didn't know, I knew I wasn't happy, but I didn't know it was a clinical depression. So, but the experience, bad. Pray for people that have depression. Bad. I can't explain it. You stay like this, nothing whatsoever interests you. Your kids don't make you happy. Your husband, what you usually used to enjoy, you see yourself, you hate everything around you. And to top it off, they want you to go and exercise. That is a medium of relieving depression. That's the least thing in your mind. That's the least energy you have to spend. So I think this exercise with depression is when you get to, is a different type of, we have levels of depression. When there is a severe depression, no, that's not gonna do it. You need to give the person medication. Depression responds to medicine, by the way. You give the person medication and they get from scale of 0 to 10. They were at 10 before they become 7. Then that's when we start talking about exercise. Then they have a little energy. But when they are severe, there's no, it's impossible to tell that human being to exercise. This is something I've gone through, so I know. But the striking thing is that some of these things are situational. When you question or talk to these patients, I've treated patients with depression and anxiety. When you talk to them, you find out that something led to that. A lot of them. So it was situational. Something happened in their life and made them to get to where they are. That's depression. So a sign is that you start getting weight, unintentional weight gain. Yes, you're snacking a lot. All you want is to eat. That's, yeah. Another thing is that some people have thyroid issues. Your thyroid, it slows your metabolism. So if you are experiencing any of these things, when you start experiencing weight gain, the first thing you need to do is to go see your primary care physician. If you're in Nigeria, go see a doctor, go to lab, let them run some tests, and the basic tests, basic metabolic panel, BMP, complete blood count, TSH for your thyroid, A1C or fasting sugar for diabetes, because that can also be a sign. Eating too much, eating a lot, drinking a lot, polydyspepsia, drinking a lot, polyphagia, eating a lot, polyuria, urinating a lot. These are 3 signals, very 3 things that can happen to you, and I don't need really tests to diagnose you with diabetes. Major symptoms. Another thing could be polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, can also cause you to gain a lot of weight in women. Binge eating, like you have, I think maybe I was binge eating, like you have episode of recurring, like episodes of uncontrolled overeating. That was what happened to me. That was what I was feeling. I have episodes of, especially when I want to sleep, that's when I want to eat and eat and eat. This thing is serious, and there are people, God was just telling me, there are people in this world that are like that. They can't stop eating. They see themselves gaining weight out of control, medical problems, but they can't stop eating. There are people like that. So go see your doctor. That's the first step. Discuss, if you can, go for this test I just told you. General overall test, vitamin D level, to make sure that your health is okay. Then you can now start sourcing out other sources of weight gain. So stay tuned. I'm going to do the next video. Remember, we're talking about eating in your dream, how it's related to your weight gain. Okay, so stay tuned. The next video, subscribe. Please subscribe for me, so that the videos can, I just need people to watch the content. I need people to watch the content. I'm going to start sharing a lot of medical helpful tips. I've been watering the ground with scriptures and scriptural topics. These are how I want to build this YouTube. Stay tuned.